Hey, hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Chastity. Here we talk about celebrities, gossip, makeup, entertainment, TV shows, animes, and kind of anything else that either catches my attention or pisses me off, honestly. And this week we will talk about the plight in the black community, the Breakfast Club, as well as Megan Thee Stallion. Hopefully I get this up tonight. So if that's the case, happy Megan Day. Tonight at midnight, Megan Thee Stallion will be releasing her first album, Good News. And if this comes out on Friday, well, we made it. We got a Megan album. Wasn't it fire? Wasn't it amazing? I know. The song with Popcorn, listen, my West Indian heart, she's singing. But that's not the point. This will be about that situation because the Breakfast Club needs to be defunded. Yes, right next to police. We need to get the fuck rid of the Breakfast Club. I've previously made a video about the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation already on my channel. I will link that in my description if you want to see it. If you haven't, it's called, but if you're already here, it's called Tiny Lames. So you might want to watch that one before this one if you just have no idea about the situation. But if you already know, stick here. So since that situation has happened, she has gone to different publications and spoke about how unprotected black women are, about violence in the black community, so on and so forth. She actually went to Hot 97 and did an interview with them not too long ago. And recently, I forgot what magazine she did an interview with, but she did do one, photo shoot and everything. And I guess the Breakfast Club were salty because they were supposed to get that interview and they didn't. And instead of having any type of quote unquote journalistic integrity, being grown ups and mature, they decided to drag. Okay. In a clip that I'm pretty sure everyone has seen because it was floating around Twitter, Charlamagne the God says that Megan Thee Stallion was supposed to come up here, and then her publicist, her team, somebody sent them a list of questions not to ask her, of course. And like obviously one of the questions was about Tory. I think probably most of them were about Tory Lanez. And Charlamagne, I guess, felt some type of way that she has no problem talking about these types of situations with the white publications, but with the black one, they don't want to. I'm gonna stop you there, Charlamagne. The Breakfast Club, by definition, is not a black publication because it is owned. Your station, 105.1, is owned by iHeart. iHeart is not black owned. You are not a black radio station. You are an urban radio station. The same as Hot 97. Because black people may be the faces of your radio station and hip hop and R&B might be what is played, but the people up top, the people cashing the big checks, are white people. So you're not a black publication. You are an urban publication. So don't do this. You go to the white people, but you won't come to us. Bullshit. Because we're a black owned business and black owned. No. That's not what this is. You're owned by white people. iHeartRadio and the iHeart, all that, owns you. Owns your station. You don't own anything. If you are unaware of the Breakfast Club, it is not a place for sensitive conversations because you're in a room full of people who don't ever do the fucking reading. Never. Just talking out their ass, no actual facts, just straight opinions. And truthfully, honestly, interviews speaking on sensitive topics should not be purely opinion based. There should be facts. There should be less bias if we're talking about more sensitive topics. There shouldn't be a clear bias. And that's usually coming from DJ MB and Charlamagne the Milk Dud. And then Angela Yee, all quiet ass, all he, ha in the background, or not saying nothing when she should. As well as the Breakfast Club is not a good place for just black women, period, who are not extremely respectable in the community. Like at one point they did have Patti LaBelle up there, and they didn't talk crazy to her. But it's Patti LaBelle. Who is talking crazy to Patti LaBelle? You'll get shot. Somebody will take you down. So for the most part, black women have not had the best time on The Breakfast Club. He made Lil Mama cry. There was that situation. There was a situation with multiple different black trans women that have come on to The Breakfast Club who've been asked some of the most horrible, immature, disgusting questions I've ever fucking heard in my life from grown people with children. Monique had to come up there and call, Lenard a bitch. Like, there's been situations. They tried it with Jocelyn, but Jocelyn reminded Charmaine who the queen bitch is, and he piped down real quick. There was the K. Michelle incident where they had Mano and another rapper, I forgot, they're not important people, come up there and talk badly about her and talk badly about her vagina and X, Y, and Z. Just real foul shit. And then especially Angela Yee as a woman does not have anyone's back. She is pure spineless. Because as a woman, you're not going to speak like this for another woman. I don't care if I don't know her. I don't care if we're not friends. You are a black woman. I refuse that anyone talk bad about you. But Angela Yee, folding like usual, just collapse. So explain to me. Oh, I almost forgot. A really recent one was when Amara La Negra came up there and she was talking about colorism in the Latin music industry, and they gaslit her for like 30 minutes. And all but said colorism is in her head. Colorism is in her head. A dark-skinned Dominican woman's head. It's crack. It has to be crack. Because nothing makes sense to me that you sat in her face and told her that, well, Cardi B's doing good, so why aren't you? Cardi B, a person who is extremely lighter than her, with less black features. Also, like, Cardi B's parents. I don't know if y'all ever seen what they look like. Okay, sure. But really said, because Cardi B's doing good, why aren't you doing good? Like, her and Cardi B don't got like 40 shades in between each other. Hey, it's editing Chastity. Another situation I want to talk about was Logic, and Charlamagne straight up asked him who raped his sister. Who? Defund these niggas, please, because who asks someone that? There was another time with like Denzel Curry, he briefly glossed over being sexually assaulted, and then he also asked him who did it. What is wrong with this man? So this is what they do. When it comes to sensitive topics, they don't do the reading. They don't know how to speak about shit that's serious and needs to be spoken about in a very delicate manner. You just can't come into bullshit. Just like, I'm gonna just stay where the fuck. No, that's not gonna work with certain topics. It's fine if you're talking about dumb rap shit, but we're talking about colorism. We're talking about trans issues. We're talking about just being a black woman, dealing with that shit. That is not the place you want to go to. Going to the breakfast, especially even like the comment section of because they've garnered a very toxic audience as well. You don't go to Hot 97. Ooh, Hot 97. It's the way the Breakfast Club is so unimportant in my life, because I do not listen. Like, if I'm ever in the car, I listen to Hot 97. If I don't have like the aux and I'm with my dad, never am I listening to 105.1. That's never gonna happen. But anyways, that was an unnecessary tangent. I 100% understand why Megan's team or Megan sent them that list of things not to ask them, and B did show up. Because I wouldn't. I personally believe no black woman has no business going up there. Why? To be ridiculed and gaslit? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you put yourself through something so terrible like that? Because the difference between what the Breakfast Club does and what the white publications did is which is so weird to me, that like Like, the white people allowed Megan to speak. I'm sorry, they did. They allowed her to speak her piece and explain the situation and how it affected her and everything related to it. Y'all wouldn't do that. Y'all would really ask her, did she really get shot? You would ask to see the bullet wounds. You would be so fucking disrespectful. And no one deserves that. It's bad enough that she gets this on the internet. Do you think she wants to come to an interview and have it now just to her face? Have people look her in her face and tell her they don't believe her? They don't believe her pain. That she just made it all up. As well, I'm like 99% sure when this situation happened, they made jokes about it and said that she probably beat him up because she's so much bigger than him. And then you're asked why no one wants to come up there. Because you're talking shit about me on Tuesday, then you want me to come do an interview on Friday. No. I'm not going any place. Like, when it comes to interviews, I feel like it's much better to be interviewed by someone who is not biased. I don't think it's good to be interviewed by someone that's up your ass. I think someone that kisses your ass, thinks you're, like, you hung the moon, is not the best person to interview you, especially when there is such a big issue, like her being shot. That's not good. And then I also think it's not good to have people who are heavily not on your side interview you. You need someone that's kind of impartial, that sees both sides. That is a perfect person to interview Megan, but that's not the Breakfast Club. That's not y'all niggas. No, it's not. Because it would be 30 plus minutes of her being gaslit. And that is horrible. No person with a heart wants to watch someone be gaslit about their own trauma. About her own trauma for 30 plus minutes. You have to be an evil, evil person to want to witness something like that. That's what they would do. And, like, I don't understand why you think she wants to be there. It was nice enough that they even sent you the list of things to ask her, because you wouldn't have even gotten that from me. I wouldn't have came up there. At the most, I would have spoken to Angie Martinez. I don't know if she's still there, but that would be the only way you'd get me at power. Is if y'all told me I would be interviewed by Angie. Not Angie, I don't want to speak to Charmaine though. Leonard, Angela Yee's old box cut head. I'm sorry. It's just because I've watched this for years. Like, and I've seen the comments on the Breakfast Club's YouTube page. It's a disgusting, toxic place, especially for Black women. They have garnered, because you have to understand, sometimes it's not even just the person, it is the community that they create around them that's also very telling. If your whole fan base is toxic, that tells me everything I know about you. Something about you attracts toxic people, and I want no parts of it. None whatsoever. Also, another part of that clip is they brought up 50 Cent and how his publicist and team sent them a list of questions not to ask him, and then I think he talked, like, one of the questions he wasn't supposed to be asked was about Donald Trump and him supporting him, and then 50 Cent himself brings it up. And then I don't know if it was Angela Yee or the other little bitch, said that it was a lot of times artists themselves don't know about what their team are sending to people. And they're like, yeah. So it's like, and they kind of quietly, like, gloss over that point after you spent 5 minutes attacking Megan and her credibility and saying she's not for Black people, when you know right now she's consistently talking about the protection of Black women. You try to undermine everything she was doing to say she didn't want to come up here because she don't fuck with Black people. Y'all know exactly what you're doing. Wow. And then so briefly speaking about the fact that she may not have been aware that her team told y'all not to ask her these questions. So you are aware that's a possibility, but you still went on this rant? Did I try to discredit everything she's been doing lately? Just say you hate Black women. it would be so much easier. As well, I don't understand why Charlemagne, a man who's been accused of sexual assault and rape, did we forget that? Why Megan Thee Stallion would not want to sit next to an abuser. I don't, I feel like this isn't hard. This isn't difficult. You're upset. I get it. You didn't get the big interview. But to be honest, Power, The Breakfast Club, that should have been gone a long fucking time ago. As a community, we have progressed past the need for publications like The Breakfast Club and The Shade Room. We don't need that anymore. That is pure toxicity. We do not need things like this anymore. Like, why as black people do we need things that are so horrible to each other? Everyone else does it enough. Okay, that's it. You know, I was a little angry getting up here. I was, not gonna hold you. But a lot of that anger, since I've talked about it with you guys, has definitely, I've shit out a little bit. I'm now over it. Not really. But I have an album to get ready to listen to, okay? I have to edit this. I have to do my thumbnail, upload it. I have a lot to do before. I have like a whole, oh, there's this new black owned hair company called 4C Only. And tonight they're having like a little conference type thing where us and other 4C people in the community were having conversations, like real honest conversation about our hair, about the natural hair movement, all that stuff. So I have to do that later tonight. What else am I doing? I'm doing a lot of things tonight. Tonight's a very busy night for me. I'm waiting for my Ulta order to get here. It's in Jersey, but like it ain't looking like it's coming tonight, but I hope it does. There's so much, and I don't need this video being super long. So if you've made it this long, I really appreciate you sitting here through my rambles. Defund the Breakfast Club. We've progressed past it. We don't need it anymore. It was cool in like 2013 to like 2015 when we were super fucking toxic and it was real fun to be a terrible person, but we've moved past that. We're grown-ups now. I'm an adult now. I was a little teenager when it came out. Now I'm a grown woman. I don't need the Breakfast Club anymore. You don't either. Stream Good News. All right, stream it. It's coming out tonight at midnight, unless today is Friday when you're watching it. Then happy Good News Day. I did my makeup really cute today. I did something a little bit different. I think it came out nice. I'm really fucking with it. Like, I think it looks really good. There's a TikTok for this that will not be out anytime soon. But if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see it when it come out. Alright, so I think that's it. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. There will be no video next week unless something like outrageous happens, just because I filmed 3 videos this week. That's a lot. I'm still in college. These are a lot of videos, okay? I'm sorry. So, there won't be a new video. I might drop a video on my TikTok. Not an anti-haul. It's going to be like 9 makeup items I'm thankful for. You know, let's bring some positivity to my TikTok because I'm usually dragging your favorite brands. But I'm going to try to be thankful for some things. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment about how you also hate the Breakfast Club. I hope you hate the Breakfast Club. Because if you don't, I already know what type of person you are. Alright. Bye, guys.